Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro. It's coming up on 7:30. We're going to jump into news a bit early today because a lot of stuff going on. And, of course, we will tell you about it. Birthdays today. Charlie Pride is 86. Actor Kevin Dobson, 77. Actor Brad Dourif is 70. Singer Irene Cara, 61. Actor Jeffrey Owens is 59. Mike Rowe of Dirty Jobs, 58. Singer, actress Vanessa Williams, 57. Actor David Cubitt, 55. Actor Michael Bergen, 51. Queen Latifah is 50. Comedian Dane Cook, 48. Actress Sutton Foster, 45. Singer Adam Levine, 41. Actor Adam Pally is 38. Actor Cornelius Smith Jr., 38. Actress Lily Collins, 31. Actress Julia Goldani Tejas is 25. Actress Ciara Bravo, 23. And actor Blake Garrett Rosenthal is 16. We've got local birthdays. Well, we do. Yeah. And we can celebrate them. We have our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Alan Amaya, Alicia Salgado, Cesar Mendoza, Lupita Alvarez, Adrian Castellanos, Alexandra De Leon, Maxine Olds, Sally Longoria, Alicia Chavez, Bethany Pinheiro, Blanca Norma Jimenez, Bob Miller, Cristina Dueñas, Ernie Medina, Jabez Moe, John Caltagirone, Kenneth Plunkett Jr., Martha Marshall, Norma Montoya, Rachel Elizabeth Powers, Alejandro Hernandez, Sylvia Carrillo, Trinith Garcia, Virginia Becerra. Happy birthday from KXO. And we wish everybody a very happy and wet birthday. NCAA basketball. Yeah, we've got classic basketball. Magic and Larry Bird will tee it up tomorrow night at 5 right here.
Now, a tournament flashback. A top seed and led by the player of the year, Duke had high hopes for the 2019 Big Dance.
Barrett goes to the baseline, dribbles between the legs, back to the wing to Zion. Zion returns it to Barrett, back to Zion, inside, goes up for a two-handed jam. Oh, is he fun to watch?
Zion Williamson and Duke survived 2 close games early before being eliminated in a 1-point Elite Eight loss to Michigan State.
I have to go to the gym and untangle my headphones while warming up on the treadmill. And I'll finally untangle them 4 miles later, at which point I'm going to be real tired. Oh, yeah!
Motorcycles make everything exciting. And when Geico makes it easy to switch and save on motorcycle insurance, it's even more exciting.
And once I put my headphones in, I realize my phone's dead. Then I get to run in silence.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
The Yuma County Fair is coming March 31st through April 5th. Tuesday's $2 admission with gates opening at 3. Wednesday night, catch the Demolition Derby. Lots of daily shows plus music lovers enjoy. Johnny Cash Tribute Band Cashed Out. The band Fresh, the Doobie Brothers Tribute Band, and local rock group The Rated R. Don't miss the headlining country rock star, Gabby Barrett. Friday night, April 3rd on the main stage starting at 8. The fair is sponsored in part by RV World for Teens and Shiloh Inn. Daily schedule at yumafair.com.
Well, let's jump into our local news a little bit early right now because we have a visit with the mayor of El Centro, the Honorable Efrain Silva. He had this report on last night's meeting.
Last night's meeting was particularly long and difficult as the council discussed the impact of coronavirus in our community and took a number of difficult but necessary steps to prevent the spread of the virus in our community. As we know, all local schools have closed. The Imperial County Health Department yesterday issued an order that, among other things, requires the closure of all bars and nightclubs, no on-site dining at restaurants, restricts public gatherings to under 50 people, and encourages all businesses to implement telecommuting options for employees at least through March 31st. Similarly, the El Centro City Council last night adopted a resolution declaring a local emergency for the COVID-19 coronavirus. The resolution provides the city additional powers to coordinate local efforts and identify resources that may be necessary to effectively manage our response to this pandemic. Let me emphasize that as of last night, there's still only 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Imperial Valley. 7 individuals have tested negative at ECRNC, and 4 more are awaiting results. It was reported that 2 coronavirus cases were confirmed in Mexicali last night. All actions implemented by the state, county, and city are preventive in nature to reduce the expected spike in coronavirus cases in our community. Dr. Adolf Edwards, Chief Executive Officer of the El Centro Regional Medical Center, assured the council and the community that our local hospital is working closely with county officials and is fully prepared to provide all services necessary to provide care for individuals identified with coronavirus or any other healthcare service needed in our community. The council approved the closure of certain city facilities effective immediately, at least until our next council meeting of April 8th. These facilities include our public library, adult center, community center, MLK Pavilion, and Conrad Harrison Gymnasium. The council approved that city parks, including our aquatic center and skate park, remain open, but granted our city manager the immediate authority to modify this order as necessary with the recommendation of the proper health officials in order to protect the health of our community. Most city events have been canceled through April 8th. Our city manager was granted authority to implement any additional measures at city facilities that are necessary to protect our citizens and our employees. Similarly, our police department issued a press release reminding businesses and the community of anti-price gauging provisions established under state law. Businesses are not permitted to increase price of products more than 10% during a state of emergency. Violation of these provisions are considered criminal offenses that may carry fines and imprisonment. Residents are encouraged to contact our police department and report suspected cases of price gouging in El Centro. Although coronavirus clearly dominated the council discussion last night, city business continues, and the following is a summary of other actions taken by your council last night. The council heard a presentation from the County of Imperial Homeless Emergency Aid Program, and the council provided recommendations for the next round of funding and how this program can assist our homeless population. The council also received the independent auditor's report for the city's financial statement for the year ending June 30, 2019. The audit reported that the city's financial position and internal controls comply with government auditing standards. The council approved a time extension for the Willow Bend tentative subdivision map, which proposes to build 134 single-family residential lots along South 4th Street. The council revised the fees and charges for security and fire alarm systems, increasing the residential alarm permit from $50 to $25 annual fee, and false alarm fees also increased to $103 for residential and $150 for commercial incidents. The council also approved revisions to the aquatic center swim team fees from $300 to $200 per hour for local teams and $250 for other teams. Lane rentals at the aquatic center also decreased from $45 an hour to $20 an hour, and adult swimming from $85 to $30 a month. The council approved a local vacant property ordinance that will require that all vacant properties in the city be registered and maintained in accordance with comparable neighborhood standards and assesses fines to non-compliant property owners. The council also approved the city participation in the collaborative network of North American cities and the Global Cities Economic Partnership, and the development of a sister agreement with La Paz, Mexico, and Ensenada, Mexico. The council authorized a letter of support for federal funding for the completion and expansion of the Calexico Westland Port of Entry. $375,000 in Measure P funds were redirected for the purchase and installation of a modular building at Carlos Aguilar Park to support the operation of the Imperial County Humane Society. We're also very happy to report that the council approved a contract with our new city clerk, Norma Wiles, effective April 8, 2020. Norma takes over upon the retirement of our current city clerk, Diane Caldwell, who's retiring after nearly 40 years of service to the city. This is a brief summary of the actions taken by the El Centro City Council last night. Please contact the city clerk office for a copy of the full council agenda. We understand that these are very difficult and challenging times for our residents. We ask that everyone follow the preventive measures established by health professionals, including social distancing, washing hands regularly, and staying home when sick. Together, we will get past this pandemic and our local health crisis.
And that's Mayor Efrain Silva of El Centro with a report on last night's council meeting. We've got a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News update. The Dow has rallied somewhat after an opening that saw it dive about 1,300 points. Right now it's down about 925, an indication that investigators don't believe all that the president is saying about the coronavirus pandemic.
We're going to take care of it. We'll be bigger, stronger, better than ever before, and it won't take that long.
The White House is proposing a huge stimulus package. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin.
Americans need cash now, and the president wants to get cash now. And I mean now, in the next 2 weeks.
The crisis has changed the tone of campaign 2020. As Joe Biden claimed victory in 3 Democratic presidential primaries, he focused not on the win, but on the coronavirus response.
You know, tackling this pandemic is a national emergency, akin to fighting a war.
Bernie Sanders calls for unity.
In this moment of crisis, it is imperative that we stand together.
And his campaign manager says this morning he's reassessing his candidacy. Biden has more than half the delegates he needs to win the nomination. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity premium comfort system to keep your home cool and comfortable. Our new Affinity systems are smarter, more connected, and more efficient than ever before, and cut your energy costs by as much as 50%. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. Call now and ask about our 10-year extended labor warranty. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news. Much of the Bay Area is spending a second day under that new shelter-in-place order, now expanded to affect about 8 million residents. San Francisco Mayor London Breed saying travel is only permitted for essential tasks like getting food, gas, medicine, and apparently marijuana.
The Department of Public Health today clarified that since cannabis has medical uses, dispensaries will be allowed to operate as essential businesses.
16 deaths so far from the coronavirus in Riverside County, with a medical professional there making a stunning prediction.
I estimate that 4,000 people aged 50 or above will die in my valley, and 11,000 of them will require ICU-level care.
Dr. Richard Loftus, Palm Springs among the cities now ordering that residents essentially shelter in place. The city council there voting for the measure last night. Governor Gavin Newsom Tuesday suggesting that California schools will likely remain closed for the remainder of this school year, saying he hopes he's wrong but is pretty sure he's right. Chance for snow in the Sierra, rain in parts of the Bay Area. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. We've got page 1 of the local news. It's a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning, Imperial County schools have shut down. George Gale has the story.
The announcement was made Monday. Imperial County Office of Education said school officials agreed this was the best way to try and stop the contagious cycle of COVID-19. While children are not in the danger group susceptible to the coronavirus, they can spread the disease to others. Schools will remain closed until at least April 17th. Officials will reassess the situation then. Imperial County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday says there are currently 2 cases of COVID-19 that have presumptively tested positive and are travel-related, with no evidence of community transmission in Imperial County at this time. These numbers may grow, however, in the coming days and weeks, which may require a more lengthy closure and/or additional measures. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday has issued new rules for coping with the coronavirus. The new orders take effect this coming Friday morning, March 20th, and continue until 11:59 p.m. on March 31st. All public and private gatherings of 50 or more in a single room or single space at the same time are prohibited. All gatherings of any size are strongly discouraged. All bars, adult entertainment establishments, and other business establishments that serve alcohol and do not serve food shall close. All restaurants and other business establishments that serve food shall close. All on-site dining. All food shall be served via delivery, drive-through, or pickup on-site. All businesses shall enact social distancing, increase sanitation standards, and environmental cleaning. Businesses shall make every effort to implement telecommuting options for employees. Dr. Monday also strongly recommended that all persons who are 65 years or older have a chronic illness or underlying conditions or have a compromised immune system to self-quarantine themselves. Dr. Monday also responded to a question about testing for the coronavirus by saying that high-risk hospitalized patients are being tested and travel-related illnesses are being tested as well. He pointed out that even if you have symptoms of the coronavirus, you should just stay home and recover, as there is no treatment for the disease and there is no reason to expose healthcare workers and others. He added that if you are severely ill and the symptoms worsen, then you should seek medical attention. So far in Imperial County, there have been 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus, both travel-related. There are several tests pending, but all other tests have come back negative. There are no community spread cases. A video of Dr. Monday's updated report is available on KXO's Facebook page. KXO News Time 746.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Yes, they have windshield wipers. Yes, they will install them. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, El Centro and Brawley. We are counting down to Easter, and I have a great idea. When it comes to Easter candy, head to the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch is open Monday through Saturday, and they carry many homemade chocolates. They also make their own fresh English toffee, plain or covered in milk chocolate. Pecan turtles made from a special recipe from scratch. They've got it all at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, you're going to find a beautiful store, great people that are smiling and are going to help you. And don't forget, fudge? Oh, boy, do they have fudge. 80-plus handmade melt-in-your-mouth flavors of fudge. Check out the Peanut Patch in Yuma. You can Google the Peanut Patch in Yuma and visit them, thepeanutpatch.com. Visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma and get ready for Easter. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
DHS issues 6 environmental waivers. Here's more in that story.
They are to expedite the new border wall system projects across the southwest border. Department of Homeland Security issued the waivers to ensure expeditious construction of approximately 177 miles of 30-foot bollard fencing in place of dilapidated and outdated designs and in locations where the barriers currently exist, located within the U.S. Border Patrol's San Diego, El Centro, Yuma, Tucson, El Paso, and Del Rio sectors. These projects will also include road construction, installation of lighting, and other detection technology. Waivers were published in the Federal Registrar on March 16, 2020. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And in other local news, the court system rearranges its calendar. George Gale explains.
It is an attempt to comply with state mandates. Mandates were passed down in an attempt to curb the spread of COVID-19. It has been decided all in-custody arraignments will be conducted by video beginning March 25th. All out-of-custody misdemeanor arraignments will be continued for the weeks of March 23rd and 30th for 4 weeks, and trial dates will be continued for approximately 6 weeks. New cases will be continued upon agreement of counsel and parties and push civil and family court trials out 6 to 8 weeks that are set in March and early April. The court also encourages the use of the court's online payment services if possible. Services can be found at imperial.courts.ca.gov. Jury selection will remain the same. It is recommended that people who do not have anything to do with the case not attend court proceedings. The court will continue to monitor the situation and make adjustments as needed. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
A Pacific low-pressure system has led to rain today, throughout the day. And the rain expected to continue into this evening. Lingering shower chances will continue over the Imperial and Yuma valleys into tomorrow. Dry conditions are anticipated Friday and through the weekend before light rain chances return early next week. High temperatures will be well below normal through Friday before warming back to near normal readings beginning Sunday. 72 our high yesterday, 53 the low. Today, showers with a high temperature near 58. Light and variable wind becoming west-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. New precipitation amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming clear. Look for a low around 45. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Thursday, increasing clouds with a high near 67. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers after 11 a.m. 52 degrees. It's raining, and we have wind out of the west at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Big Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
Sports Time is brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company, Do-It Centers in El Centro, Brawley, and Holtville. Well, former Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts have reached an agreement on a one-year, $25 million deal, according to ESPN. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are expected to be the landing spot for Tom Brady. No signing date or announcement officially set, but Brady is expected to be a Buccaneer. Meanwhile, the Panthers have given Teddy Bridgewater a $63 million deal. Yeah, and Cam Newton is not happy about that. Cam, play the game, okay? Jason Witten has agreed to a one-year deal with the Raiders.
Planning a home improvement project? Let your friends at Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. Our do-it centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a big box with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. Our helpful and courteous staff will get you outfitted for any task in no time. Imperial Hardware Company is locally owned and family operated, proudly serving this community for over a century. We carry only the best products and top name brands. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtfield to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company. Plumbing emergency? Clogs, leaks, and breaks are never planned. We stock a giant selection of fixtures and fittings to help solve your problem.
And in other news, AM 1230 and the Westwood One Radio Network will present NCAA Classic Basketball. Great games from NCAA tournament history tomorrow, 5 p.m. It's the 1979 NCAA championship game, Michigan State versus Indiana. Hey, it's Magic and Larry Bird. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and weather brought to you by your Imperial Valley Ford dealers. The Dow down 1,200 points on early trading at 20,004. It's the S&P off 130 points, and the NASDAQ down 295. Invest in red ink, because that's all they're printing. Gold off $22 an ounce at $1,500, and oil down to $23.54 a barrel. You're going to save at the pump, but it's not going to help a whole lot.
Built Ford Tough means built to last. That's why Ford F-Series are the best-selling trucks in America, and they have been for 43 years straight. It's not hard to see why. Ford F-150 has best-in-class payload, tons of smart tech, and a truckload of other claims to fame. Drive it like a Ford. Drive it today. Drive it home. Now get F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months. That's no interest for 6 years on the legendary F-150. Only at your Imperial Valley Ford dealers. Learn more at buyfordnow.com. Based on 1977 to 2019 calendar year total sales, max payload on F-150 XL regular cab 8-foot box 5.0 liter 4x2 heavy-duty payload package. Classes full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR. See label on door jamb for carrying capacity of the specific vehicle. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0 for 72 months at $13.89 per month per thousand finance regardless of down payment. Excludes Raptor. Offer ends 3/31/2020. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
We will have showers today. A high temperature near 58. Light and variable wind becoming west-northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. New precipitation amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible. Mostly cloudy tonight, then gradually becoming clear. Look for a low around 45. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Thursday, We'll have increasing clouds. Look for a high near 67, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. There is a 20% chance of showers after 11 a.m. 52 degrees downtown. It's raining. Wind out of the west at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Financial news and the brief look at the weather brought to you by your Imperial Valley Ford dealers. We have coverage of the press conference yesterday with Dr. Stephen Monday, Imperial County Health Officer. The video is on our Facebook page. It's also on our YouTube channel. You can watch and listen. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. We are KXO, El Centro, California. CBS News is next. It is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Trump tweets the U.S. and Canada are taking new border action because of the coronavirus. CBS's Chris Mavridis in Toronto.
Both countries will suspend all non-essential travel between the U.S. and Canada. Truck drivers will still be allowed to move goods over the border since closing it completely would cause massive economic damage. Canada relies on the U.S. for 75% of its exports.
Stocks are giving back their gains after a strong up move yesterday. The Dow opened more than 1,200 points lower. That's about where it is right now. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Despite Federal Reserve intervention and talks of a near $1 trillion rescue plan, investors remain on edge.
In New York and other big cities, much is shut down and streets are quiet. CBS's Mola Lengi.
Businesses are increasingly encouraging social distancing. Uber and Lyft have suspended pool ride shares. The PGA Golf Championship has been postponed, and hotel giant Marriott is cutting employee hours or just putting them on temporary leave.
President Trump has promised there will be help for businesses and individuals in a massive aid bill. CBS's Nancy Cordes in Washington.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told us yesterday that he is keeping the Senate in town until they can vote on this huge bill, which could come, they hope, by the end of the week.
Overseas, the governor of one of the hardest hit areas of Italy is warning tougher measures if people don't stay in their homes. In Paris, some people on the streets have been fined by police.
I'm Vicky Barker in London, where companies have been joining the war against the coronavirus. A British brewery has retooled to produce hand sanitizer, which it says it plans to give away. And more than 60 British companies have answered the call to employ their 3D printing technology and sophisticated assembly lines to produce badly needed ventilators. Most say they're donating their efforts in what they're calling a wartime mobilization.
Bernie Sanders' campaign manager says the Democratic presidential candidate is talking with supporters to assess where things go from here. He lost all three primaries held yesterday to Joe Biden in Florida, Illinois, and Arizona. Biden spoke after the results were clear.
Senator Sanders and I may disagree on tactics, but we share a common vision for the need to provide affordable health care for all Americans, reduce income inequity that has risen so drastically.
And he said tackling the coronavirus is akin to fighting a war. The military says 49 service members have tested positive for the virus. That's a jump of 13 from yesterday. Recapping Wall Street, the Dow is down 1,100 points. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
According to the 2010 census, only 13% of the population was over 65. Well, I wasn't part of the 13% back then, but I am now. And with the 2020 census, my response will inform funding for things like health care, public transit, all types of things to make 65 feel like the new 40. Yeah, okay, maybe the new 50.
Shape your future. Start here. Complete the census at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Some job recruitment sites overload your inbox with resumes. But Glassdoor only matches you with qualified job candidates, so you can find that perfect new hire in half the resumes. Go to glassdoor.com/hire. Glassdoor. Find the right fit for your business.
Nature Valley brings that satisfying crunch that gets your family going again with real delicious honey and whole grain oats. So get out here. Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bars. The original crunch.
A 5.7 magnitude earthquake shook the Salt Lake City area today, knocking out power to some homes and bringing a light rail system to a halt. The epicenter was just southwest of the city. Nearly 3 million people likely felt it. There's something on the table that could change the way primary voting is done in the weeks ahead.
The head of the Democratic National Committee, along with several voting rights groups, are calling on states to mail ballots to all voters to keep remaining primaries running, given the coronavirus pandemic. That's easier said than done. It would require changes to law in some states. Some lawmakers worry that could open the door to voter fraud, and there would be the additional cost of mailing, tracking, and processing the mail-in ballots. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Reports indicate NFL star Tom Brady will sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He revealed yesterday his days with the New England Patriots were over. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I just feel great. It gives me energy. It's not like too much energy where I'm flying all over the place, but it is just the right amount. I just feel so good. I love taking Balance of Nature.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
Hey, Greg, I'm so sorry to hear about your brother's heart attack.
Thanks. He's okay now, but it really got me thinking about my family. You know, could my wife still pay our mortgage if I had a heart problem?
Yeah, you should call my life insurance agent at Health IQ. They apply their exclusive healthy lifestyle savings, which can save you up to 41%.
41%? That's huge.
Yep. I literally got $1 million in coverage for just $36 a month. You should check it out at healthiq.com/easy. Healthiq.com.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Now more than ever. CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present to you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carroll Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable. AM 1230 KXO. 1230.
We know how hard this is. People are afraid, and we wish everyone well. And as Jim Lincarte said, the reason that we're here today is because we want to take protective and preemptive action to keep our community safe, as opposed to reacting when we think community transmission is going to come. At this time, there is still no evidence of community transmission here in Imperial. We've only had 2 confirmed cases. We have other tests that are pending, but to date, everyone so far that has been tested has been negative. However, I'm sure most of you are aware that many of my fellow health officers around the state have chosen to take action to try to protect the public. Many of them chose to do so because there was significant community spread going on around them. I have given my recommendations to the Board of Supervisors that rather than wait for community spread to occur, that we should take action to prevent community spread. Because of that, I have developed a health officer order, which has been approved, and that will take effect midnight on March the 20th. So effective midnight, March 20th, and continue until 11:59 p.m. on March 31st, the following will be in effect in the County of Imperial. Number 1, all public and private gatherings as defined in Section 17 below are prohibited. All gatherings of any size are strongly discouraged. Number 2, all bars, adult entertainment establishments, and other business establishments that serve alcohol and do not serve food shall close. Number 3, all restaurants and other business establishments that serve food shall close. All on-site dining. All food served shall be via delivery, drive-through, or pickup on site. Social distancing shall be required when picking up food on site. Number 4, all businesses shall enact social distancing, increase sanitation standards, and environmental cleaning in accordance with guidelines issued by the California Department of Public Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and shall make every effort to implement telecommuting options for its workforce. All businesses shall suspend any policy or procedure that requires an employee to obtain a doctor's verification or approval before utilizing sick leave or other forms of leave. Number 5, it is strongly recommended that all persons who are 65 years of age or older, who have chronic illness or underlying condition, or have a compromised immune system, self-quarantine themselves at home. Number 6, non-essential personnel, as defined in Section 17, are prohibited from entry into any hospital or long-term care facility. Number 7, hospitals and healthcare providers shall take measures to preserve resources, including delaying non-emergent or elective surgeries or procedures when feasible. Number 8, all persons arriving in the county from locations found on the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Warning Level 3 Travel Advisory, as may be amended, shall be subject to a 14-day home quarantine and self-monitoring for fever and respiratory symptoms. Number 9, it is strongly recommended for any person exhibiting mild to moderate symptoms of COVID-19 to self-isolate themselves in their place of residence unless seeking medical treatment. Number 10, this order is issued as a result of the World Health Organization's declaration of a worldwide pandemic of COVID-19, also known as the 2019 novel coronavirus, which as of the date of this order has infected at least 179,000 individuals worldwide in 155 different countries and is implicated in over 7,000 worldwide deaths. Number 11, this order is based on the increasing transmission of COVID-19 in California and the significant risk of widespread introduction and transmission of COVID-19 into the county. Number 12, this order will reduce the likelihood that many individuals will be exposed to COVID-19 and will assist in preventing the spread of COVID-19 in the county. By assisting in the prevention of spread of COVID-19, this order will help to preserve critical and limited healthcare capacity in the county. Number 13, this order is issued in accordance with and incorporates by reference the declaration of local health emergency issued by the health officer.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.